Sunder Raj, a Christian pastor from Chennai who is now settled in Hyderabad. He was the General Secretary of Evangelical Fellowship of India and Asian Evangelical Alliance.
It's a great blessing to me to meet with the former Metropolitan of the Marthama Church. And to me personally, it's a great blessing. And I find him to be very cheerful and is very sharp in his thinking. And to me, at this age, for him to be so healthy and so cheerful and so relational with people, it's wonderful. And my prayer that God will continue to bless him and keep him a blessing with good health and strength and his protection. Naveen, I'm so happy to see you. I remember meeting you a couple of years ago, maybe in some programs. I remember that. So it's so good to see you again.
Okay.
How is your health now? How are you doing?
Not very bad. For my age, I keep good health now.
Definitely. No, this is a great blessing, and this is God's blessing in your life.
Yes.
And the thing is, I would like to ask you, you have been so busy over the years, and you have been traveling to many places, and you have been visiting your parishes and speaking in various meetings. But in spite of all that, the Lord blessed you with the long years. So I would like to know, what is the secret of that?
The secret is God is good. God loves all people and wants everybody to be as happy as possible.
That's wonderful. Anything else apart from that? I mean, you should also be, taking care of yourself, isn't it?
Yes,
food
to
habits.
some extent I do medical checkup and then
Yes.
I do what they ask me to do. So not fully.
And also your food habits and your
Yes.
eating time. I'm sure you must be maintaining that. That is also important.
Trying to. Because you see, I go to a house, I have my breakfast and then go to a house, they will offer me something. I don't have the courage to say, now look here, I just had my breakfast and so. It's an expression of the love and care and concern for me. To refuse that is not very good.
And I could see, you must have been very close to God. And God must have given you that strength.
Now, I would say God has been very close to me.
Okay. Okay.
And has given me the strength to say no to things to which I should say no. Though not always, but to some extent, you see, God has helped me in that way.
Yes. The reason is I would like to know it from you because I'm going to be 79 in 2 months' time. So, you see, my mother lived up to the age of 92 and she was very strict in everything, very disciplined. So I wanted to know from you, your experience, the long innings, your life. And it is amazing the way the Lord led you step by step, and leading you up to this age. And next year you're going to be hit the century. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's a great blessing.
God's actions are mysterious. Nobody understands it completely.
Yes.
And therefore I cannot say why God has done this to me. But you are quite right in saying, this is what God has done for me. And I must not think that it is my own action. No.
And along this line, I would like to ask you now, at this age, what is your desire?
Primary desire is I should not slip away from God. God has blessed me, and therefore I am likely to say God is with me, and then do things which God doesn't like. And that should not happen.
That's wonderful, Trimeni. You know, in running race,
Yes.
we find, when we come to the last lap, that is very important, pressing on and reaching the goal. And I think that is what you said is absolutely true, that you should not slip away and you should fix your eyes on Jesus and keep going. That's wonderful. Can I ask you one or two other questions, Bishop?
Yes.
Trimeni, I worked as a pastor. I was a pastor for 10 years. And one of the issues that I faced as a pastor, the discipline in the church. As a pastor, every pastor wants to keep a standard for the church, the quality of the church. And sometimes we see that one or two lay people, they drift away. Maybe different reasons. Maybe some indiscipline in their own lives. And maybe some quarrel in the church, division in the church. And then as a pastor, you look at the situation. Maybe the lay person may face a moral issue in his life. Now, as a pastor, there were times I found it very difficult how to deal with it, because on the one side, we have to maintain the quality of the church. But on the other side, you have to take a discipline. But if you take discipline, the person will leave the church and go away. Now, how to maintain a balance and how to deal about it? From your own experience.
That is where you pray to God and say, God, guide me how to deal with this situation. Because we do not know, only God can help us. Nobody else can help us.
Yes.
Love for the discipline in the church, love for the man to be disciplined, and so love for the person to be disciplined. It is a question of expressing your deep love for all concerned. See, for the discipline, you want the church to be under discipline, and you want the church to be the body of Christ.
Very true, very true.
And if the people go on acting as if God doesn't matter, that you cannot encourage.
Yeah, that's right. We cannot encourage that.
At the same time, because somebody has now done something well, don't throw him out. And that is the cross, where you don't want to throw this man off, but at the same time you don't want him to continue in what he is doing. You see, you want to keep the purity of the church.
That's right, that's right.
And you don't want to throw off the man from the community.
That's right. That's
See, that is why forgiveness is Christ on the cross.
That's right.
Yes, because that is the cross. You have to accept this man. At the same time, you have to see that this man is changed. If he continues to be what he is, and then to tolerate him is not good.
Correct. And I think you said it right, that is the cross to the pastor and how to go about it. On the one side, you don't want to leave this person. On the other side, you have to maintain the purity of the church. And I think you said it right, we cannot throw him out. And maybe we should extend our love and see that somehow prayer and our relationship with that person and try to bring him back.
Right, that's it.
I ask one more question.
Yes.
This is about our country. I'm very upset as I watch the television and read the newspapers and what I hear from people, particularly the poor people. There is so much of corruption in this country, and corruption at all levels. And it is unbelievable, and so much of exploitation. Even the hospitals have become commercial institutions, and the doctors are there not to serve us, but to make money out of us. And the adulteration of food, and we hear so much of adulteration is going on in this country, and people suffer, and the pollution. And so I get very upset when I see these, particularly in the context, we have so many poor people. The rich person can bribe and he can get the favor, and that's what's happening. But the poor, where will they go for money? So they continue to suffer. Now, in this situation, what is the role of the church? And how to address this issue? Are we in a position to do that, the church?
My answer would be, have the mind of Christ, who being in the form of God, thought it not on a price to be on equality with him, but emptied himself, became obedient to death, even the death on the cross. Are we prepared to empty ourselves and identify with the other man so that he can become part of the love of God and experience the love of God?
So you feel the love of Christ. That is.
I don't think it's possible for most of us to do it. We can preach but not practice.
Okay. Yeah. And what about the church preaching against it, this injustice and corruption?
You see, that's the point. I don't have the courage to preach against injustice because I am involved in injustice. How can I then speak against it?
So the best thing you feel is the love of Christ, the mind of Christ.
But take courage and speak against it and say, what I am doing is not right. Nobody is prepared to say that. We say what you are doing is not right. But I don't say what I am doing is not right. That's what we want to say. We should say.
This is one of my concerns, Tirumeni, because,
this is the concern of most people today.
That's right. That's right. When you look at the social activists in this country, they speak up and they are willing to pay the price for it. But when we look at the church, we are not willing to pay the price. As you said,
yes, the church is worse than the world. You are quite right.
So this is my concern. Thank you for telling me that the love of Christ.
And now people like you should go on telling the church, now you are not what you are. You should be. and let us make the world God created. Keep it sacred, keep it loving, keep it for the glory of God. I thank you.
I'll ask you one more thing. That is, at this age, the Lord has blessed you wonderfully, and next year you're going to, become 100th year. And what is your heart's desire for the church in India?
Oh, my last this year is the church, people should be able to see Jesus Christ. The church should reflect Christ in the life and ministry of the church.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's a blessing to me to talk to you. Thank you so much.
അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ അങ്ങെടുത്ത നിലപാട് ഈ ക്രൈസ്തവ സമൂഹത്തിലെ പാരമ്പര്യവാദികൾക്ക് വലിയ പ്രയാസമുണ്ടാക്കും. അങ്ങയോട് തന്നെ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇടർച്ചയുണ്ടാകും. എന്താണ് അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുവാൻ അങ്ങയെ പ്രേരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന പ്രചോദനം?
ബഹുമാനിക്കുന്നതും ആരാധിക്കുന്നതും ഒന്നല്ല. ദൈവം ഞാൻ പോകുന്ന വഴി തെറ്റാണെങ്കിൽ ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ ആത്മാവിനെ കാണിച്ചു തരുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പണ്ടിങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞു പോയി എന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് പിടിച്ച് നിൽക്കരുത്.